You are welcome to another episode of LFN What's Your Say? The leading listening show where we discuss real issues with real people like you. We are still featuring R. Kelly. Real name Robert Sylvester Kelly, aka the R&B King. In the year 2022, we saw R. Kelly's main accuser, and defender of a number of women who made false testimony against the R&B King Michael Avenatti found guilty of fraud and duly sentenced to a 14-year prison sentence. And this was not for hard to determine claims as those R. Kelly is accused of, claims that may be easily twisted to make him look guilty, but for stealing millions of dollars. Also strangely, Avenatti was not stealing these millions from people he did not know, but from his own beloved clients who came to him seeking legal counsel. His victims came to him innocently seeking assistance from him, and despite the fact that they paid well for the service he rendered, the self-seeking con artist of an attorney made sure to take hundreds of thousands of dollars from them, and also diverted any compensation or restitutions that were paid to them to his personal bank accounts. The fashion in which this anti-Kelly activist of a lawyer did this left investigators in disbelief, after their findings displayed extreme expertise in money laundering tactics that saw Avenatti relay these funds through multiple accounts he controlled, before landing the bounty onto his business accounts and finally to his personal accounts where he could then spend it. According to one of the investigators who worked on this case, Avenatti is better than the drug cartels in the game of money laundering to finance his lavish lifestyle, and to cover up his tracks as he bribed his way through the corrupt U.S. legal system that is currently oppressing R. Kelly to please his record label Sony RCA, which clearly wants to take his music catalog for free, and that hopes to get away without paying his hundreds of millions of dollars that they took out of his bank account without his consent over the years. The difference between R. Kelly's being in prison and Avenatti's is that while Kelly's case is entirely based on mere speculations and presumptive approaches to claims, Michael Avenatti was caught red-handed with his pants right on the floor, when Nike officials he was trying to solicit a bribe from demanding they pay him over $10 million hush money recorded his entire bargain on tape and used it as damning evidence against him. While Avenatti has been very successful in stealing from many of his clients, this time he had hit a deadlock with Nike, which was ready to take him down for his repeated bad habit. The news that Michael Avenatti had opted to confess to his crimes in exchange for a lighter sentence was another bombshell for haters of R. Kelly who had hoped that their hero in criticizing him would be found innocent. The main reason being the negative impact his confession brought to their progress in assassinating the R&B King, by deploying such greedy mercenaries as Avenatti to work with the government prosecution and facilitate the R. Kelly takedown. Indeed, his confession justified our usual complaint about R. Kelly's oppressors as being just another bunch of greedy individuals seeking financial gain at all levels. While the women were looking to be paid restitutions in hundreds of thousands, the scavenger attorneys to these women were seeking to steal the same money from them once it was granted by court. We were only lucky that Michael Avenatti's habits became public knowledge early enough to confirm to the world what the fight against R. Kelly was all about. Having chosen to confess to his crimes, Michael Avenatti, we can be sure he will be serving the 14 years he was issued, and there is just no other way around it. And if things go as they should, R. Kelly will be leaving his hater in prison as he should. R. Kelly, unlike Michael Avenatti, is only falsely accused of heinous crimes he did not commit. This is the reason they all sound concocted and vague. With claims of RICO and Mann Act violation that simply don't add up, and allegations of rape and kidnap that were only used to destroy his image but did not appear anywhere on the indictment. Notice that while R. Kelly was called all sorts of names and prejudiced even before he had the chance to face trial, his hater Michael Avenatti did not face anything of the sort. There is no doubt that while R. Kelly still has a chance to fight for his well-deserved freedom, Avenatti will have to serve his due time, for we are sure he received a proper trial and voluntarily made a confession himself. We have time and again spoken of how every person who has been involved in the unfair takedown of the R&B King will have to eventually pay for their sins. We already have Avenatti doing just that, and the rest are yet to follow. Tasha K, for example, is herself facing off with rapper Cardi B, who has made her life hell with an outstanding of $4 million court ordered the self-appointed anti-Kelly reporter to pay. Tasha K has done all in her capacity to negotiate with Cardi B, but she just won't listen to the crap. All she wants is her money and nothing else. With rumors Tasha K may have transferred her funds to an African bank somewhere in West Africa, she too now qualifies for yet another money laundering lawsuit like her colleague Michael Avenatti. According to rapper Cardi B, she can run but she can't hide. Karma is definitely working on her. It's so shocking how these accusers of R. Kelly are all falling victim of one thing, and that is money-related problems characterized by greed and the hunger for more and more money. There is no doubt such people were easy to manipulate into the infamous anti-Kelly activism that saw him prejudiced and judged wrongly. They could have done it for the smallest pay possible considering they all seem to love money so much, and that they are willing to launder it in order to avoid meeting their obligations to pay their bills. And like we have always said, this serves to show the brand of people that were used to fight R. Kelly. This does not come off well considering it compromises the credibility of those that were deployed by government and its Sony counterparts to render their input in their mission to destroy the R&B king. First it was the accusers themselves disqualified by their past records of lying under oath, and their current attempts to do the same like Lisa Van Allen and many others did. And now it's their lead attorneys and self-appointed journalists on the spot for greed and fraud-related disputes. It's a shame to learn that these are the people who were always at the forefront in fighting R. Kelly. With this brand of people, we cannot be blamed for thinking every other person involved must have been of similar character. We have blamed Tasha K and government prosecutors for their involvement in R. Kelly defamation propaganda, and defamation is the very same crime Tasha K is dealing with against rapper Cardi B. We blamed them for simply seeking to defraud the R&B king of his money already stolen and yet to be made. And this is the very same crime Kim Foxx's friend Michael Avenatti is in prison for. With this we are right to conclude that we were always correct when we made these claims and gladly time has been able to prove this. We should probably wait for Kim Foxx's own turn to pay for her own deeds. According to Mindy Stein, nothing these people did or said against the R&B king will go unpaid for. And Judge Ann Donnelly may also have to answer for her own uninformed decisions when she decided to take things personal and issue an all-guilty verdict. I honestly believe that she found him guilty way before the trial process even kicked off. I believe something must have happened to someone close to her to make her this bitter and out of control. She should have excused herself from this trial and left matters to those willing to remain neutral and pursue justice as opposed to selfish interest. If you wish to take part in a live interview discussing any of these topics, let us know by sending an email to sashalfnmedia@gmail.com for scheduling. Thank you for watching today's video, a production of LFN Media, giving you another perspective of issues at hand. We make it our business to keep you updated with the truth amidst the cloud of lies the media wants you to believe. It is therefore important to subscribe to this channel, hit the bell icon and allow all notifications so that you don't miss out whenever we publish a new video.